There's a time and a place where I run, way up on Scrabble Hill. I pray for my future, I bleed for my past, way up on Scrabble Hill. All the promises I made there, this one was made to last. Oh, take me home.
Okay, welcome to Underkill TV. We're here with Ricky Warwick, who's just on the solo tour. Ricky, good to see you.
How you doing? You alright, Ali?
Very good, thanks. You've got the new album out, you're out promoting that. Tell us a bit about it. What's the title of it?
The title of the album is Belfast Confetti, and it's been out now for a few weeks. Out touring it round the world, and basically 11 songs, all about growing up in Northern Ireland, stories from myself, stories from my family, stories from relatives from all around the world, and just put them all together in one record. And saying that, it's all about Northern Ireland. I recorded it in LA, which is probably not a very Northern Irish thing to do, but that's where I live at the minute. And sometimes, you know, when you take a step back, you see things a bit more clearly. So, there you go.
So a concept album then?
Yeah, kind of. It's definitely got a theme running through it. It's a kind of concept word scares me because you think of prog rock and all that kind of stuff, which I'm certainly not. But definitely the songs have got a coherent theme running through each song.
Danny boy, God knows it's been a while. You told the truth and shamed the devil and ran away in style. For Ulster it was angry and the sea was full of guilt. All the faith in which we stood was the blood our fathers spilled. So it's farewell to New York City, to all our sorrows drowned. Tomorrow we'll be sitting pretty, our divided destinies.
Arms of Belfast Town, the current single. What's the story behind that song?
I'm not telling you. The story behind Arms of Belfast Town. The song was written. It was inspired by an idea. Two buddies of mine from years back, when all the troubles were going on in Northern Ireland. They were builders and they couldn't get any work, and they both left for America, and managed to get a lot of work in America, the construction business over there. And when things started improving in Northern Ireland a few years ago, and the work actually started to dry up in America, they both decided to come back home after being away for about 12 years. And one was a Protestant, one was a Catholic. And the night that they were due to fly out, they were sitting in the airport in New York before they flew back to Belfast, talking about how much the country had changed since they'd been away, and the fact that when they got back to Belfast they'd both be able to have a drink in the same pub, whereas before that would have been unthinkable. So that inspired the song, and then I just wrote about everything that was good for me about growing up in Northern Ireland instead of all the bad stuff like Buckfast tonic wine, and about following the Northern Ireland football team, which with all its highs and lows, and to me they're the best supporters in the world. And I wanted a big sing-along chorus, fists in the air, like an anthem thing. And I was lucky that the Green and White Army got behind it and supported the song. And I was lucky enough to play it at Windsor Park at half-time during the Northern Ireland Hungary International last year, which was a dream come true for me. So, I mean, it's just I wanted to concentrate on... there's so many good songs have been written about the troubles in Northern Ireland, and I wanted to write about what I felt was positive about it, because I had a fairly happy childhood growing up there. Yeah, it was a bit strange and it wasn't the norm, but I had a lot of good memories, so that's it.
And you're touring now, you're out on the road with Eddie Spaghetti of the Super Suckers. How many dates are you doing with Eddie, and it's taking you right over the UK, is it?
We're doing about 8 or 9 shows with Eddie. Super Suckers are obviously a great band, and I'm a big fan of them. Eddie's a great guy, so it's one of those things that fits really well. I think myself and Eddie on the same bill is very cool and is good, and it's going to be good. So it'll be full on rock and roll. I mean, Eddie's lives it and breathes it the way I do. So it'll be, come to the shows, you're in for a good night.
Any plans for any festivals this summer then, Ricky? Or
A couple. There's one in Belfast in August, and that's about it. And then I'm just really touring full on up until Christmas. But not too many, but a lot of dates and a lot of touring around the world. But the festival thing there's been a couple,
So obviously, Ricky, the first time I saw you play solo acoustic was in Las Vegas with Def Leppard, and that was in front of 20,000 plus fans. Do you still get nervous now, or is it less nervous now you've been doing it for so long?
No, it's still a nerve-wracking thing to do. I mean, the intimate gigs, the smaller gigs to me are the ones that are more nerve-wracking because people are right there in your face and they can basically hear you breathing, The bigger ones are obviously still nerve-wracking because you're aware you're playing to a big audience, but there's not the kind of intimacy that you get in playing a small club. So yeah, you're up there on your own and there's nothing to hide behind, and you're very aware that, if you screw it up or fuck it up, there's nobody there to cover you, It's not a wall of noise or the rest of the band. So yeah, it's good. It's a good nervous, It's good to be that way, I think, Keeps you on your toes.
How many songs are you going to be doing from the new album?
About 4 or 5, I think. We'll see how it goes, and I always kind of I've got to the point now where I don't really write set lists down. I write down a list of songs that I want to play, but in no particular order, and I kind of judge it by who's there and what they want to hear and what the crowd's like and what the vibe's like, and usually just go that way now.
You seem to have built a pretty good back catalogue of solo stuff, let alone your back catalogue of Almighty stuff, which is pretty cool. Will you be doing any Almighty songs on this tour, or perhaps 1 or 2?
Yeah, obviously 1 or 2. I think, obviously I have a history and a legacy, and something I'm very proud of. And I think that people are going to come and see me. They're obviously there's a lot of fans of the Almighty there, and they're going to want to hear some Almighty songs, and who am I to deprive them of that, so I'm only too happy to play them.
And where can we get the new album? Can you order it online for those that can't get to the shows? Can you order it through the website?
You can order it online. You can get it in what record stores are left in the world. There's not too many left, but it should be in all good record shops. You can order it online, or you can come to the shows and buy it at the shows.
Well, thank you once again for your time, Ricky. Look forward to seeing the show. Stay tuned, everybody, because we'll be doing a competition after where you can win a signed copy of some CDs by Ricky. Okay, welcome back. Competition time, as I say. Here's your chance to win a signed album of Beflast Confetti by Ricky Warwick. Get your answers down to the website below here. And here's Ricky with a question for you.
Alright folks, the question is, the album is called Beflast Confetti. So the question is, what famous ship was built in Belfast and sank on its maiden voyage?
There we go. If you got the answer, get them into this address down below. I'm Alistair. You've been watching Underkill TV.